everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. To get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Yo, what is up, chat? How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone had a wonderful day today. Markets are still very hot. I mean, maybe not that hot. Market did absolutely nothing at the end of the day, right? SPY ended basically down but flat. I'll give it flat. We won't chalk it up as red, even though officially it was red. QQQ with a nice little green day, but barely green, 0.3% up on the day. But the opportunities were there, right? You saw Tesla moving around. You saw Meta moving around. Meta moving around in the after hours with the earnings report. That's a little something over there, closing the gap all the way back down to $400. The stock has been holding its earnings anchored VWAP for the longest time, and now it closes the gap exactly to where it previously was on the last earnings. So that's a little surprising over there. Not sure what happened, but we're gonna go deep dive into that into the earnings report later on in the stream, so stick around for that one. Lots of other stocks also reported today later on in the after hours, and a bunch of stocks report tomorrow in the pre-market. So we're gonna walk through all those positions, see what type of trade opportunities show up for ourselves, see how we can take advantage on those positions and make some sweet cheddar cheese, baby. And how did my day go today? I posted it on Twitter. If you aren't following me, you're missing out. I posted my day on the Twitter. It went pretty, or should I say X. Posted my day on X, and it went pretty well for the most part. I actually started the day off red, quite a bit red, and then I had a big complete flip over to the positive side. Then I went back to being flat, and then I went back to being positive. So nice little green day. We walk away with a nice green day at the end of the day, and that's the only thing that matters. Keeping the green streak alive, keeping the month alive still, and waiting to see how can we take advantage of all the things that are setting up today after hours, or even the stocks that reported previously, such as Tesla, American Express, UAL. UAL actually gave us an amazing trade opportunity today, a trade that we talked about last night on stream. So if you were there yesterday, you might have heard us talk about UAL quite a bit, and that trade played out exactly as we wanted it to. So we took that short. That one was amazing. So we're gonna walk through all those opportunities again. Go look at tomorrow's watch list for myself. We're gonna see all the stocks that are possibly going to be in play because they have a catalyst behind it. Dive deeper into the stocks that actually reported after hours, so so we can see why they moved the way they did, or maybe we can understand nothing at the end of the day, because hey, that's the stock market over here. Tesla being missing on EPS and on revenue and going up 10ish%. Meta beating on EPS and revenue and going down 15%. That's crazy overall. So can't wait to see what type of fun actions we got over here for the rest of the other positions too. So why don't we take you guys to the full screen, dive us right into the earnings calendar so we can show you what stocks reported today after hours and what stocks are going to be reporting tomorrow pre-market. Here's this at your screen right now. You can see the stocks that reported after hours today on Wednesday: Meta, IBM, Ford, CMG, and the rest of them we don't really care about. None of them we care about after that. Couple stocks over here we do care about: RCL, American Airlines. The airline sector has been a little crazy recently with UAL, Delta Airlines reporting and flushing to the downside. So waiting to see if AAL and LUV can give us some possible trades over there. Another two stocks in the travel industry, but you can also add RCL into that travel industry segment over there overall, because they're also reporting earnings tomorrow pre-market. Altria, not really too much of an interesting trade over there that I find, but Caterpillar at its all-time high, that one's gonna possibly give us some good opportunities. So taking a look at Caterpillar, and then Mobileye, which is basically Intel's self-driving car unit that they split up and IPO'd and so on. So Mobileye, with their report coming out, haven't traded the stock in a long time. So very excited to see what type of opportunities this one sets up for us tomorrow. We're also going to take a look at a couple of stocks that reported Tuesday pre-market, Tuesday after hours, and Wednesday pre-market, such as Boeing, Tesla, Spotify, and GE. So we're going to take a look at a couple positions from the earnings calendar, and then obviously the large cap segment, the Magnificent Seven, the large cap ETFs themselves, and even the small cap ETF. Always like to keep that on my watch list. The semiconductor, the Bitcoin sector, always on my watch list also. But we got three special stocks over here, out of which really only one is a lot more special than the other two. It's the IPO sector, baby. We got three stocks IPOing tomorrow. Two of them are meh, they're whatever, because of their offer amount that they're going public with. But Rubrik, or yeah, I guess that's how you say it, Rubrik, are going to be a little bit of a bigger notional value. So that's going to be an interesting position to see what type of opportunity set up over there. But before we head on diving deep into Meta and IBM and so on, I want to see real quick who's in the chat, baby. Who's in the chat? How's everyone doing today? Victoria, how you doing, Victoria? Hope you had a good day, great day. Everything moving just nicely indeed. A lot of stocks set up exactly the way I want to. I'm glad that I ended up with a nice green day. Just sucks that I battled some positions way too hard to the point where I was having a roller coaster of a day. But later on, all that matters is what you end with at 4 o'clock. I ended green. TH saying number 4. What's up, TH? Swimmer, where is everyone? Good question. Not sure what the answer is for that, man. You know, maybe people just don't like watching me anymore. I don't know. Bruins at Leafs 0-0 at end of first. Trust me, I got it on my other screen. You guys are at the partitioned. The chat's on one half of the screen and the game's on the second half of the screen over here. So trust me, I'm watching. Series tied 1-1. We beat them at the away game at game 2. Game 3 home. We better win this one, and we better win game 4 also. Because that would be amazing. To beat Boston in round 1 would mean the world to Toronto. I think it would mean the world to Toronto. So we'll see if that can end up playing out that way. Meta fell, just a coincidence. The big stocks all sold off on earnings report. Tesla bounce back was unusual. Tesla yeah, it was crazy. That move to the north side was insane. The report wasn't really that good. I mean, overall, they missed EPS and they missed on revenue. But you know, their other sectors such as services and so on were doing better. I guess that helped the market, or that helped the stock out in the market, like that part overall. And a couple other sectors were going up too. So surprising jump on Tesla. Right? But even more surprising of a miss on Meta. Or not miss, even more of a surprising drop on Meta. So let's take us back into the full screen here and look at, let me take my watch list over to my watch list screen, and then we'll bring up Benzinga. Let's go over at Meta and take a look at Meta's earnings report. So Meta reported obviously today after hours, reporting 36.45 billion, which is up 27% year over year. The revenue came in ahead of, or it beat the estimates, not by much, barely, but it beat it. That's all that matters. The company reported earnings per share of 4.71 compared to 4.33, not bad. Meta reported 3.24 billion family day active people in the first quarter, up 7% year over year. Okay, ad impressions were up 20% year over year in the first quarter, with the average price per ad going up by 6%. Okay, it's been a good start to the year, says the CEO. The new version of Meta AI with Llama 3 is another step towards building the world's leading AI. We're seeing healthy growth across our apps, and we continue making steady progress building the metaverse as well. What's next? Guidance from the company calls for the second quarter revenue to be in the range of 36.5 to 39 billion versus estimates of 38.3. So the range low is a little bit lower than the estimates, but the range high is not that much higher than the estimates. So kind of a miss on the revenue. Full year 2024 revenue is projected to fall in the range of 96 billion to 99 billion, compared to, which is up from prior guidance of 94 to 99 billion. So they raised the bottom line, but the top line still the same. So they're expecting a little bit more money to come in than previously. The company said higher infrastructure and legal costs led to change in guidance. Okay, the Reality Labs division, what is that? The Reality Labs division is expected to have operating losses that increase meaningfully year to year due to product development efforts and investments. Okay, the company said capital spending is likely increasing in future years as its artificial intelligence roadmap is supported. Maybe that's what the market didn't like, right? They kind of saw what happened with the whole metaverse project, and he had to derail the metaverse project for AI all of a sudden, which makes sense. When you're known to be the guy who's been stealing data and selling data, you want to make sure that you have something very useful with that stolen data, and that could be a really good AI, right? There's not that many companies that could really develop a really good AI that could be catered to humans, because there's only few companies that really have that amount of extensive data on the whole world. One of them being Google, maybe Microsoft, maybe Apple, Meta obviously being one of them because of social media and so on. So these companies know almost every single thing about people at this point because of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. What else does Meta even own? Something about the Reality Labs division. So clearly, if there's a company that could really do good with AI, it's gonna be Meta, it's gonna be Google. But we've seen how Google's failed, so it's not that easy. Microsoft, only way they got advantage over everybody else is they just went and bought 49% of OpenAI. That's the only way they got an advantage over everybody else. So it's interesting to see that they're late to the party, but let's see if they end up becoming better at the party, right? The best dressed at the party. How does it work out when they're dealing with the intense amount of data that Meta AI can be trained off of? Overall, market did not like what Meta had to say. Just simply did not like what Meta had to say. Selling off drastically, breaking that 400 and triggering that 399 area, bouncing off of that 399 and kind of ending up near $420 at the moment. That 420, beautiful number. But it's pretty sad to see that on a good report, a stock that's been holding religiously its previous earnings anchored VWAP does something like that and actually closes the closes the gap, right? Picture perfect, closes the gap over there, and now bounces off of it. So now we got a little bit of a range over here on Meta to keep an eye out for. Any pullbacks into this consolidation low possibly can get sold off and find some sellers over there at 453 and some buying into 400. We got some beautiful levels over here right off the bat to keep an eye out for. 400 to 399 because that was the after hour bottom dollar low, and then we got the high around 453 over here to keep an eye out for. But before we even do that, wait, we did see the report. The report looked not that bad, right? Not that bad. But look, we're not analysts, we're traders. That's my way to remind myself that don't create a bias for yourself after reading a report like that, right? Don't create a bias that might hurt you. Play the situations where the stock is giving you a trade off of at the moment. You can see this clear top into $440 coming into play. The earnings anchored VWAP somewhere around 432 to 435 area, and the high over here is right around 440. The first bounce on the 5-minute was right around 440, so it looked like we were gonna hold 440, but eventually giving up 440, even try to pull back and then rejecting 440 again. Looks like there's a level over there that we might need to keep an eye out for. So below 453, I'm watching this 440 area and then 453. There should be really no chance that the stock gets above 450 or 440 or 453 because Meta asked that bounce. Bitch, what? You want Meta to bounce? Is that what you're saying? Okay, I mean, possible. But I can't see the stock getting above 450 tomorrow at all. And if it does, then whoever shorted in this area is an absolute moron. When with the volume that they did, I don't think they are, right? This much amount of move and this much amount of volume being traded in the after hours, it's a clear big decision being made by somebody who's got a lot to sell, and they just simply did not like how the numbers came out and what the future guidance looks like at the moment, and a big sell button was clearly hit. Bang, sell button. Watching this beautiful zones over here on META. Right now it's gonna get put into the short side for me because that's what the stock looks like. But if it's above 450, 453, there is no more shorts on Meta. If it's above 453, simply no more shorts on Meta, right? So be careful on that side. The other stock that reported after hours today, IBM. Let's go take a look at IBM real quick. Okay, IBM with a nice little sell-off also, even with the green earnings report apparently. Well, it looks like a mixed earnings report. They beat on EPS, they missed on revenue, so somewhat of a mixed earnings report. Selling off on that kind of looks warranted, you know, it makes sense. Ooh, IBM breaking looks like a multi-month low. Is this the starting of the year? Ooh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so breaking that low is actually pretty interesting. Not sure if it actually did, but looks like it did. Just gonna delete some of my old lines over here that I no longer need on the stock, because now I have an indicator that does all that fun stuff for me. So get rid of this one too, get rid of that one. Real quick, I want to put in a line right there at the gap close and see what the stock did. We actually got under that gap close. So got under the gap close and pushed much. Yo, these super chats are hilarious. Whoever shorted eats Enos. That's jokes. All right. IBM. We'll see if IBM comes into you know, some sort of a bounce, because we broke the year-to-date low, breaking the year-to-date low, closing the gap from previous earnings report, and now pushing a little bit lower than that. 160 is somewhere in these ranges on IBM. Obviously, IBM a little bit of a boomer stock. The ATR on IBM as I try to snipe it on my watch list. $3.47, so not really something big over there at all. But you know, and the volume, it's not expecting too much craziness. But off the report, which we didn't read yet, off the move that we saw, looks like we are getting ready for some shorts on the pops on IBM at the moment. So let's go take a look at the report by bringing in our good friend Benzinga. Come on, Benzinga, tell me what the report is, and if you want to use awesome software like Benzinga or the other softwares that I use to trade, you can go check out the description below. All the links are down there with the promo code that you can feel free to use. If you don't want to use the promo code, that's fine. You just won't save some money, but just use my link at the very least. Use my link. IBM, International Business Machines. Is that what the name is? IBM doesn't have a name. It's just IBM. No, I'm joking. For those of you know where that comes from, shout out to you. If you don't know where that comes from, then you don't know at all. IBM, I've been mauled. Exactly. Glad I made you laugh. Doom, you always make me laugh. Although sometimes I'm laughing at you, not with you. But right now I'm laughing with you, not at you. Oh no, more boomers. Shut up, swimmer. Sounds like my manager at the moment. IBM is the best 1989 computers on the market. Doesn't IBM own Lenovo? It's a Chinese company? Shut up. Lenovo owns Motorola? Motorola's a Chinese company now? Boycott Motorola. Yeah, I love Lenovo computers. I thought this was owned by IBM. I thought Lenovo was owned by IBM. It's Chinese? I'm throwing my Lenovo outside right now. No, I'm joking. I'm not anti-Chinese or anything. I mean, I have League of Legends installed on my computer, god damn it. So they already have all my information. I have Valorant installed on my computer. So they already have viruses onto my computer anyway. So it really doesn't matter if my laptop, my old laptop, my beautiful laptop over there is Lenovo or not. I thought Lenovo was IBM. Not surprising. I guess they have some sort of a partnership with them because most IBM laptops are Lenovo, right? The back in the day, the IBM ThinkPads, the Lenovo IBM ThinkPads. You guys remember those? With the little red dot as the mouse pad. Yeah, these brick off of PCs. Man, these PCs were bricks. You could kill somebody with this. With that little mouse dot over there in the middle, and you can use this mouse pad. I used to be an amazing FPS sniper with that mouse pad right there. With that mouse pad. Did not have a mouse. I was just a kid. Right, just the laptop, but just the mouse on the mouse pad, and I used to absolutely 360 no scope people with a mouse pad. People did not believe me. I had to, you know, prove it to them that I was just gaming off a mouse pad. And now, if you ask me to game off a mouse pad, there's no way I'm hitting a single shot. Now I'm a mouse monkey. I need a mouse at this moment. But that little red dot was legendary. Legendary laptops, IBM, Lenovo ThinkPads. Shout out to those who you remember that one. Holy, I thought they just scored on the Leafs. They didn't. Not a power play. 13 minutes into the second, it's still 0-0. Awesome. All right, but coming back to IBM because we need to look at the report. Oh, I didn't even show you the screen for the ThinkPads. That was taken over. IBM ThinkPad. This little PC with the red dot in the middle and that mouse pad right there. I used to be a sniper with that mouse pad. All right, but let's take a look at the report. IBM first quarter revenue increased 1% year over year. but missed the estimates of 14.55 versus 14.46. Okay. Reported EPS of 1.68 versus 1.60, so a little bit of a beat over there. Software revenue up 5% year over year. Consulting revenue was flat and infrastructure revenue was down 1%. Cash flow from operations came in at 4.2 billion in the quarter. Free cash flow came in at 1.9 billion. IBM ended the quarter with 19.3 billion in cash and marketable securities, with up 5.8 billion from last year. We begin the year with solid revenue and free cash flow growth, reflecting the strength of our hybrid cloud and AI strategy. We continue to capitalize the excitement and demand for enterprise AI from our clients, said the CEO. Our books and blah 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 blah, Watson X and generative AI again showed strong momentum, growing quarter over quarter and now eclipsed $1 billion since we launched Watson X in the middle of 2023. As a result, for the full year, we continue to expect revenue performance in line with our mid-single digit model and about 12 billion in free cash flow. IBM expects full year consistent currency revenue growth in the middle single digit. The company also reiterated expectations for generating 12 billion in cash flow in 2024. In a separate press release, IBM announced that it has entered in a definitive agreement to acquire HashiCorp for $35 per share, representing an enterprise value of $6.4 billion. The board of directors of IBM and HashiCorp have both approved of the transaction, the acquisition to be subject of approval by HashiCorp shareholders. The transaction is expected to close by the end of 2024. The management will hold a conference today at 5 p.m. Okay. HCP, HashiCorp symbol, $35. All right, you got my interest. We're gonna put this one on the watch list for myself real quick. I'm gonna put it right there, right under Mobileye. HCP. Take a look at HCP's ATR real quick. $1.49. Thank you. All right. Now, coming back to IBM, the earnings report didn't look really that hot, did it? It was, you know, they did beat in some parts. They were flat in some parts. They were barely down, but down overall in some parts. Overall, they said good things, but I think this big down move is the fact that they're going to be out of $6.4 billion in cash out of their 19.3 billion cash that they have on hand. So wait, yes, they have 19.3 billion in cash and marketable securities. They have 1.9 billion free cash flow, and out of all that money, they're going to be down $6.4 billion to pay to acquire HashiCorp. Not even sure what HashiCorp does, but overall, a nice little acquisition that could possibly help them out in the future for IBM. Interesting position over there, but the big sell-off in the after hours. So, simple answer, any sort of pop-ups into the previous gap up high. That little high right there before we gapped up on the starting of the year and held a nice little range. Now any pops into this high and selling off, we're just looking to short that opportunity. Not even sure the stock pulls all the way into 174 tomorrow. I mean, we're not that far away from 174, 175. So any pullbacks into 174, 175, 100% waiting to short that area. But looks like right now where the stock is, right into this little high into 172. I don't think we even get above 172 on IBM unless, you know, whoever shorted the stock today after hours is absolutely wrong, and we're just gonna see insane wave amount of buying coming into play to take the stock all the way back up. So watching that 171.50 is where the earnings anchored VWAP is. I'm gonna draw it all the way up to 172. So 171.50 to 172 as my first area of resistance. Above that, I'm watching 175. And as for support, I guess I'm not really looking for long at the moment. I'm looking to short any pops. So the stock, I'm only looking to see where the resistances are. So if it shows me any selling into those resistance points, I want to be able to slap the sell button through those opportunities. So waiting to see on any pops on IBM. The next stock that reported after hours that we care about, sadly, there isn't one. So we only have now stocks. I mean, we could talk about Ford, but I really don't care about Ford. I'm not day trading Ford at all. This is not interesting to me. So don't care about Ford. Boomer position again. And I know Swimmer's going to say, oh, look, another boomer position. Woo! Dieter's in the chat. What's up, Dieter? Josh is in the chat. Hey, cheers, Josh. Watson, Jeopardy champ. Wait, Watson AI played Jeopardy and beat Jeopardy? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Is it on YouTube? I would watch that. Oh shit. That's hilarious. It is on YouTube. Alright, I'll leave this page to watch afterwards for myself. Thank you for telling me. I didn't even know that was a thing. Bro, ThinkPads are forever. They are the Great Pyramids of the laptop. Yeah, on God. They're bricks. An absolute brick of a unit back in the day. And they don't make laptops like that anymore. Now a laptop falls, it just breaks into pieces. I guess that's where the money is, right? That's where the money is. Because now you need to go buy a new laptop. Or you have to come back to them and tell them to get it fixed for you. And they'll just lie to your face and tell you it's not fixable. But they'll give you a cheaper price if you just get a newer laptop with the newer specs and everything. It's just all schemes, man. All these schemes. I ain't falling for it. I ain't falling for that nonsense. Alright. RCL. My goodness, do we have lines on RCL for days. Get rid of all of them. Out. Jesus. Alright. RCL, nice little move at the moment into $140. I remember the stock at 50 bucks. What in the hell happened to RCL? Who hurt RCL? RCL's at all-time high.
What was your first phone, Boomer?
Holy, that scared the shit out of me. What was your first phone, Boomer? I guess a Chinese phone, Motorola, but Motorola wasn't Chinese back then. I think it has to be the Motorola. And then I got a Nokia that looked a lot like the BlackBerry. The Nokia phones were popular back in India. All my phones were hand-me-downs. Whatever my younger brother had, whenever he was done with it, I had it. So all my phones were just hand-me-downs until later on I was able to purchase them myself. I got 2 phones. Flip phones, yes sir. The Motorola flip phone, baby. I think everyone in their life cycle at one point. I guess not if you were like a 2000s kid or something, right? Everyone in their life cycle at one point has had that Motorola flip phone. Has had I also had the Sony Ericsson at one point. That was a nice phone to use because I was a music guy, so that was pretty cool. Has had a BlackBerry Pearl, right? What else? Like everyone had at one point. Moto Razr, that's what that one was. Yes, sir. Moto Razr, Nokia 1700. Was that what I had? Nah. Not IBM, dude. Yeah, this one right here. Whatever this one was. I used to play Brick Breaker on this one and on this one. This was my dad's. I used to play Brick Breaker on my dad's phone anytime he would let me. But this was mine. And I would play on this one all the time. I didn't have the red one though. I think I had the blue tint on it. It's bluish, not red. But that bad boy. That was a phone. And I didn't even have to, use the 3-letter type anymore. I think this was my first phone that was like not the 3-letter type one, right? You have those Moto Razrs where you have to press a key 3 times to go to the letter that you want and so on. And I used to be pretty good at that too. I used to be able to text without seeing on those phones. Jeez, man. Good memory. Good times. Very, very good times, man. Bring back those days when we didn't have to worry about, trading and making money and anything. Where the only thing we cared about was playing games and running around free. And now we got all these worries in the life. Like, is Maple Leafs going to win? So worried about this goddamn team all the time. Coaching Insight app. Come on, what's the score? Show me the score. Tell me it's 0-0, please. RCL, anyways, putting myself back on track here so I don't get derailed. Very, very close to all-time highs. Look at that beautiful level. Triple, quadruple, penta, septa, top, whatever you want to call it, into that 140, 135 area. And then we got the all-time high into $142. On that report tomorrow, pre-market, a break above that and a hold above this area is very, very interesting. And if we don't have a good earnings report, a flush below, and actually getting back below both of these earnings anchored VWAP would clearly open up a lot of room to the downside on RCL. So watching Maple Leaf just scored, baby. Let's go. Who scored? Who scored? Let's go. Let me see this goal real quick, chat. Okay, so he passes it. Oh, beautiful tip in, dude. Beauty. 1-0. Maple Leafs leads the Boston Bruins for the first time in the series by 1-0. Huge. Huge. With 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second period. Huge. And I hope RCL joins that party to the huge side by taking out the higher moves over there. Right now, we're going to have to mark RCL as a neutral trade because we don't really know what the report's going to be. But the clear resistance into 142 is something to keep an eye out for. Let's see if that area can come into play. On a good report, RCL has been on a heater recently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 good reports in a row. Taking it from $33 in July 2022 to $140 in April 2024. So insane run up. Oh my god, Boston almost scored on us. Holy shit, that was scary. All right, so insane run up in the recent past. RCL, the next travel sector stock, AAL, not as interesting as UAL, not as interesting as RCL, but AAL. Why do every single one of them have an L in their names? I just realized that. I guess airliner, cruise liner, so the liner is the L. Okay, whatever. American Airlines, United Airlines, Caribbean Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. All of them very exciting tomorrow, but AAL, a little bit on the lower end over here. This range is not, unless the report's really crazy and we got an insane pop in the pre-market, I'm not really looking to do too much with either of these stocks, LUV or AAL. I think RCL will be my weapon of choice tomorrow for the stocks that are reporting earnings in the travel sector. The next stock, which I 100% want to keep my eyes out on, Caterpillar. Also very close to its all-time high. Has been on a little bit of a heater on the recent past over here. If you look at it on the yearly chart, that's what it looks like. This is the monthly chart, right? Where we just marked up that 382 area, the nice little all-time high. A little bit shy of the all-time high at the moment. Caterpillar's ATR is around $8, so that's also interesting. The volume is sadly not the greatest for a $300 stock, but with the earnings report tomorrow, I'm expecting that volume to rise up quite a bit and us to be able to get a lot more liquidity in this position to trade off of. So Caterpillar, without a doubt, watching this one tomorrow in pre-market, seeing how this one reports. Going to have to put Caterpillar as a higher importance, or we're going to mark it into neutral color, not bearish or long. And right off the bat, I'm going to put in that resistance around 382 area in my notes. The next stock reporting earnings that we care about, Mobileye. Now, we haven't traded the stock in a long time. It still has decent amount of volume, surprisingly enough. So maybe something to keep an eye out for. This is, for those of you who don't remember, the stock that Intel spin off. It's their self-driving unit, and they're reporting earnings tomorrow. Their earnings have been green every single time so far. That's crazy. So let's see if they come out with another green earnings report. They've been holding that beautiful bottom from the IPO range also. So the IPO range coming into play one more time, giving it support, taking it right back up. On a negative earnings report, I would expect this IPO range low to come into test. And on a positive earnings report, I would expect this area that we're currently rejecting off of to break and go back up. So Mobileye will be pretty interesting to see how this one sets up. I would like for an increase in volume. Currently, the stock only trades about, what, 3 million, 4 million shares traded on a 30-day average. So not really a lot of volume that for a $31 stock. Let's see if the earnings report can take it to like that crazy volume. The last time it did, it went all the way up to 30-40 million shares. That's not earnings, however, but it did go up that high. So let's get that excitement back into Mobileye. Ooh, a little bit for Ryan over there. HCP, we just talked about the stock really quickly because IBM is buying out HCP. That means this stock should end at $35 if HCP shareholders agree to get acquired by IBM, right? If they disagree and the vote falls through, then the stock should not go into $35. In fact, it should dive right back into $24, $20, and so on. But as long as the deal goes through, which looks like it's going to, IBM has gotten into a definitive agreement. Unless HCP thinks that they can get a higher price, they can go shop for a better value. Or unless the deal falls apart because the shareholders don't want it to go through, I think the stock closes at $35. So buying it at 31, 32, looking for that move to 35 doesn't seem that bad to me. That's on a swing term scale idea, right? So it doesn't look that bad to me overall. I'll be looking to see if day trading opportunities show up on this position. Maybe if we take out today's high or even this little, we shouldn't be going into $40. But if we do push anywhere into $35, I'll be ready to short that area. And if we're under 35, I'll be looking to go long into 35. Very simple trade setup over there on HCP. Boeing. Wow. Not sure what happened on Boeing at all in the later on in the day. I think they had some sort of a conference call, maybe a news catalyst that came in, but the Boeing was doing pretty decent, right? Popped up on the earnings report was where they were going higher, and then all of a sudden later on in the day, just insane sell-off, not able to hold any of the previous past areas. That 52-week low that we consolidated pretty well into, not holding that, getting back under last week's low. Boeing, as TH will step in very soon, continues to be a beautiful short. So watching how this stock trades now on the way down, and any pops, I'm looking for failure to follow through. A failure to follow through on any pops. We also talked about this orange line. We actually put in this orange line yesterday. Talked about I want to see how the stock trades on any pops into that area. You see how that area got sold off so much to the point where we broke last week's low and ended up much below it. So TH wins again. Boeing, awesome short. We'll see if any pullbacks into this last week's low of 167.50 give us some opportunities to short the stock a little bit more. Let me put in resistance 167.50, and Boeing, very important stock for me tomorrow. The way it traded today, very important tomorrow, trust me. Spotify, picture perfect. What was the high I told you yesterday to keep an eye out for on Spotify? 305, right? Where did it go into today? 305. Gave you an insane short opportunity from there if you were watching. Bang. Failure to follow through above yesterday's close of 305 area, giving you an insane short to the downside. I actually missed that short because I was trading other positions like an idiot. I was too busy with Visa and GE and other stocks off the open instead of watching Spotify, which would have given me the only trade I needed for the whole day today, right? missing out on that opportunity. Was in our notes. We talked about it. Look for that 305 pop and look for that 305 area. Miami 305. What's up, Miami? Miami's in the house. Where's our friend Mikey at? But the 305 area rejecting, pushing it much lower. I took that 290 breakout, got out around 285 or so. Didn't really capitalize as much as I would have loved to, but hey, profit, my highest profitable stock on the day today, and god damn it, Boston scored. With 2 minutes and 23 seconds left on the clock, Boston scores in the second period. Toronto couldn't even hold the lead for more than 4 minutes, dude. Hey, he tripped our player. It's so sad. Oh, wow, Samsonov. Come on, broski. Come on, dude. That was an easy blocker save. That was an easy blocker save. It hits the post, misses the blocker, hits the post, hits the other post on the other end, and then goes into the net. That's so sad. Anyways, Spotify looking for any pullbacks to get short into. The earnings report was pretty good, honestly, but the market just didn't like it as much as people thought that it was, you know, insanely infatuated with it. Now everyone who got long here is clearly wrong, so we're waiting to see what happens below last week's low. I don't think we should get under below last week's low. We're waiting to see on any pops. If we go back into this $300 area, do we see rejections? And if we do, I want to be ready for that short opportunity once again on Spotify. Today, beautiful short. Let's see if tomorrow gives us another short. Today's VWAP right around $290, 287. I'm gonna say 290, right around 290. So it should technically not even get above 290. Technically should not even get above 290. But if we do get back above 290, then it's like, okay, buyers are stepping back in. Maybe, you know, you want to be careful on the shorts here. You want to be careful on the shorts here. So that's the idea on Spotify. American Express. Pretty surprising how the stock traded today. I was looking for that short on the way back through under 240. I was actually short, but it didn't really work out for me. I think I actually lost on this trade overall on the day. My second worst stock or my third worst stock, I can't remember. But American Express, I mean, beautiful recovery back through 240, hitting another high above 240 and then kind of pulling back. You can see how yesterday's anchor VWAP is showing some support. So the stock just might not be done yet. The juice might not be over yet on AXP, as it wants to apparently continue making another all-time high and keep running up. So maybe, you know, this one's not done yet, unlike UAL. Right, UAL, we called out that trade for you guys yesterday on stream. If it's not able to hold that 53 area, right there, if it's not able to hold the 53 and actually show buying above 53 well enough, then I am not looking for the long on the stock. It pushes into 53. It looks like it's bouncing above 53, but if you're watching the time of sales, every time it pops above to 53.40, bang, gets stuffed right back down. It pops into 53.50, gets stuffed right back down. Anytime it pops into the VWAP, it just gets shot right back down to the south side. So that made me go, okay, you know what? My risk is not really that much higher to the upside, but my reward is much greater. So let me look for the short. Got short multiple entries over here. The charts are actually on my Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter if you want to go check out my charts on Spotify and UAL today. Got short in this range, and I pretty much rode it down to the south side. I think on this little pop over here, I get stopped out, and then I get back short right above VWAP, right back into the last week high area. I wait for the last week high to come in, show me resistance. After I start selling off, I get short. My stop's right above over there, and I'm able to ride it down one more time on UAL. So it was good, all fun on both of these positions, and I'll be continuing to watch how AXP and UAL set up. UAL at the moment, clear stop in the direction that the stock was ripping into, which was the upside. So now any sort of pullbacks into this $53 area, I'm looking to continue to look for short opportunities on UAL. And AXP, it might not be done yet, so you want to be careful trying to short this position. Just let it continue, let it be overbought, and then we can come back, and then we can come to short it. Actually, I want to see if UAL on the daily, ooh, just getting ready to rumble. I think UAL is going to give us good opportunities for the next few days, so watching that one without a fail. Now, the fun part, the research part. But I guess before we go do that, we do have to talk about Tesla. Almost forgot about Tesla. Tesla, insane run up today. Monster run up today. Actually managed to close above 160. That's pretty surprising. A very chop of a day overall on Tesla, honestly. Not sure what I want to do with the stock tomorrow. I think I'm gonna let the stock kind of dictate to me in the pre-market what it's setting up as. See if the market sets up as a bullish trade at all in the first place to begin with. I think the market sold off drastically actually in the after hours after Meta reported, and Google kind of got dragged down with it. Microsoft got dragged down with it. I bet you Snapchat sold off along with Meta's earnings report. There goes Snapchat. Pinterest probably sold off along with Meta's earnings report. So these are some of the stocks that you can possibly look for a sympathy trade if you're interested in that. But I'm just gonna go directly to the big dog, right? The big dog Meta, the big dog Tesla. Just go trade them directly. I'm not really looking to go look for a sympathy basket. But so far, Meta has seemed to drag down the whole QQQ sector, the whole Magnificent Seven basket. So those are always on watch for us. Tesla, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Apple, always on watch. QQQ might just be kind of getting back into that getting sold off territories again. We had 2 beautiful green days, actually make that 3 green days, but only 2 of them were beautiful above 1%. But the SPY sadly turning that green day streak to the red now, and let's see if a red streak continues right back to the downside over here on both these markets with the help of Mark Zuckerberg, Mr. Steal Your Data. Let's see how that happens. Anything that could possibly move the market tomorrow? Economic calendar? Let's go take a look at that. Continuing jobless claims, 8:30 a.m. That's going to be an interesting one. Initial jobless claims, GDP number, PCE prices, retail inventories, wholesale numbers, pending home numbers. Holy smokes, is 8:30 busy tomorrow. We got almost half the world's numbers coming out at 8:30 tomorrow, and it is insane. So we'll see if the market can continue its sell-off, or does the market... Why am I already seeing this number? Oh, that's the previous. I'm stupid. Haha, I'm stupid. All right. So waiting to see how the stock over here, not stock, how the market sets up at 8:30 from all of this economic data coming out. And then we got a little bit more economic data trickling in around 10 o'clock or so. We got some auction notes. We got the Fed balance sheet after hours. We got the auction note at 1 o'clock for the 7-year, and then some smaller time periods at 11:30. Those ones I don't think matter, but the 7-year might have a little bit of a impact on the market overall. But these numbers at 8:30, very important, and we'll see if the market can continue its sell-off that it started. Hey, Mr. 305's in the house. What's up, Mikey? Oh my god, I just got home. What the hell happened to Meta? I had a 5:30 shot. Guess that will never fill. Yeah, that's not happening. Just a rotation of money I see is going to consumer staples today. That is a good way to look at the market. I guess the only way to look at the market, right? Could be rotations, could be cycles, could just be the market hates Meta finally, and people are joining the band to hate Zuckerberg. I guess that's always been the story. People have been hating Zuckerberg for a long time. But yeah, it's surprising to see that Tesla missed earnings, jumped 10%. Meta beat earnings, down 15%, closing the gap. Insane. Defense. It was his new drip, too hot to handle. Yeah, I guess it was the chain, eh? People didn't like the chain he was wearing in that picture. Speaking of which, what do you guys think about today's thumbnail? Today's thumbnail looked pretty good, didn't it? That's a Chad right there. I'm falling in love with this dude. This guy's handsome. That's a good looking dude right there. Alright. Back to Dieter music. And now we get to go to the fun part, which is do a little bit of research. That's not the right page. Do a little bit of a research on the stocks that are reporting IPOs tomorrow. The stocks that are IPOing tomorrow. So starting with, we'll go with the shittier companies first. Lore Holdings. What do? Offer amount of 275 million. This is turning me off even more now. It said 300 some odd million at this website. What did you say? You said 328 million, but now you're dropping it down to 275 million. IPO coming in around the price of $24 to $26. What does the company even do? Specializes in design, manufacturing, and scale of niche aerospace and defense components that are essential for today's aircraft. Ooh. Our focus is on mission critical, highly engineered solutions that with highly intellectual property content. Okay, the products we manufacture cover a diverse range of applications supporting nearly every major aircraft platform in use today. So are you the problem for Boeing? We primarily serve 3 core end markets: commercial, business jets, and general aviation, and defense. Isn't that 4? Isn't that 4? Am I stupid? We have long historical track records of consistent growth. We also, when someone has to say this, it's a chance that they don't have it. We also serve a diversified customer base within 3 end markets where we maintain long-standing customer relationship by utilizing differentiated design, engineering, and manufacturing capabilities. Along with a highly targeted acquisition strategy, we have sought to create long-term sustainable value with a consistent global business model. So you bought out other companies. I would like to see what companies you actually own in that case. Lore Holdings, aerospace and defense, employees 1,400. Okay, that's not bad. You guys know how I like to do this part. Come on, dude. You don't have 1,400 people in this small of a building, right? Okay, maybe it's not small. Yeah, that's big enough. Okay, it looked like a little random shack at one point, but no, this makes sense. That parking lot looks pretty decently full. People are working. Well, that's not that big. That's about the size of like an elementary school. Honestly, this building probably might have been an elementary school that they bought up and converted it. Let's be real. It says Safe Flight on the front. It doesn't even say Lore Holdings. It says Safe Flight. The heliport? You have a... Helicopters land up top over there? Shut up. Or are you just calling a heliport just to play with my mind? I mean, looks pretty legit. Looks pretty legit. I'm surprised why it's called Safe Flight instead of Lore Holdings or whatever their name is. That's a little bit of a question mark. Maybe they bought out Safe Flight, right? Maybe they bought out Safe Flight. That could be a part of the reason. Let's turn off dark reader so that way we don't have any problems with it. They do not. Oh, these are their companies. All the companies that they bought up. Do we see Safe Flight? Aha, there you go. So they bought out Safe Flight and they basically use that as their headquarters now, I guess. I want to see who their products are used by. There we go. Boeing, Bombardier. Okay. These other companies I have no clue. Cessna makes sense. Delta Airlines. Okay. GE, Emirates. Well, GE does have an aerospace. Gulfstream, Honeywell. Yo, this is actually pretty cool. Lockheed Martin, Mitsubishi, Raytheon Technologies, Love. Okay, you know what? Lore just went up in my importance rating all of a sudden. The stock just went up in my importance rating all of a sudden. They own a bunch of airplane making manufacturing companies, a lot actually. Across the board with all of those companies combined, they probably have that much amount of employees total. CEO's name. This is pretty interesting. I like it. Now let's go take a look at their financials a little bit. Net worth of 2.2 billion and their enterprise value of 2.72. Has 88 million shares outstanding. How much are they offering? 11 million out of 88 million going into the open market to trade with. No PE, so basically you don't make money. Okay. Negative return on investment. Love to see that. Has paid 7 million in the past 12 months in taxes. Gross margin and operating margins coming in. Operating margins at 21 and profit margins at minus 1.4. So not making any money. Not looking good. In the past 12 months, operating cash flow, well, I already said they're not making any money when we saw PE was negative. In the last 12 months, operating cash flow was 12.81 million and capital expenditures at 12.13, giving them only 679 grand cash flow. Positive cash flow at the end of the day, even if it's small, is good. I guess that's a good thing. Let's see if they have any debt. The company has 21.49 million in cash and 545 million in debt. Giving a net, okay, yeah, pretty decent debt. Usually, at least it's not a billion. At least it's not a billion. Let's see how much revenue they bring in per 12 months. In the last 12 months, they brought in 317 million in revenue and negative 4.62 million in losses. Okay, so not. I guess that's pretty decent revenue overall. Short interest, we're not gonna know anything about that. It's a private company, they're just going public. That's pretty interesting. Financials, overview. No, I want to see who's the underwriters. Oh wait, you already see them over here, I think, right? Nope, not over here. Where do I see them underwriters last time? Forget where you see the underwriters. Maybe I saw it over here on this website. Yes, it was on this website. Experts. Underwriters. There we go. Not a lot of underwriters, but quite a bit of big names at the end of the day. You got the banks, you got some of the other underwriters and some trust companies coming into play to help facilitate the liquidity on the markets tomorrow for LOAR. And this one just went up on importance for me, right? They provide parts for half the companies that make airplanes and aerospace and defense. Maybe they are at fault for Boeing, right? But we'll see if this one gains some traction tomorrow off the IPO. LOAR. The next one, RBRK. But before we go that, we're gonna go to MRX. We're gonna go find out about MRX. See how important this stock is for us. Learn about the company, please. Mr. Cooper. That's not the company. What the heck? MRX, thank you, is a diversified global financial services platform providing essential liquidity market across and infrastructure services to clients across energy, commodities, and financial markets. Oh, okay, some sort of an exchange. We provide critical services to our clients by connecting them to global exchanges and provide a range of execution services. We provide connectivity to 58 exchanges, including as a Category 1 member of the London Metal Exchange and top 5 participants by volume of each of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, that's the futures over there, and the Intercontinental Exchange, the ICE markets. We have diverse clients base of more than 4,000 clients as of December 31st, 2023. This includes both traditional consumers and product of commodities. We have recurring demand for our services across a variety of markets, conditions, financial. What do you guys actually do? We have a leading market position across our core energy and commodities across. You guys are like Instanet? They're the UK's Instanet? It looks like the UK's Instanet to me. Yeah, it looks pretty damn close to Instanet to me. So this could just very well be just a brokerage house that provides other trading software providers to use their software, to use their programs and so on, their APIs or whatever, to provide access to direct markets, to gateways, to I don't know how to really explain this because it's really complex for people who only kind of trade off of Robinhood or whatever, right? I'm not saying you guys trade off of Robinhood, all of you guys or whatever, but if you're just a Robinhood person, it's kind of more complicated for you. You got to understand that your orders when you send it to Robinhood are not actually going through Robinhood. They got to go through their brokerage and so on. Robinhood is a broker, but then they're probably partnered with somebody else that clears them, such as Citadel, right? They give the information to Citadel and so on. So this is probably one of those companies over here. Pretty interesting that they're gonna IPO. They've been founded in 2005, so not even one of those big old companies, just one of the more recent companies that came out not too long ago, IPOing right now. Let's go look at how their financials are doing. Statistics, sorry. Okay, negative 1.2 enterprise value, not looking good. Offers 15 million shares out of how many do you have? 70 million. Okay, PE not available because you're not making money. Sad. Return on investment is positive. Cash flow is, in the last 12 months you made 735 million and capital expenditures were negative 12 million, so you were positive on cash flow. Margins are positive, that's good. Profit margins are at 10.28%, not bad at all. Balance sheet coming in at 8.92 billion in cash and 6.52 billion in debt, but they have more cash to pay off their debt anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Giving them $33.9 per share technically on the balance sheet. That's insane. In the last 12 months, the company has made 1.25 billion and earned 128 million dollars in profits. Earnings per share was 1.80, positive. Not bad at all, looking good. The company does not appear to pay any dividends. Okay, blah 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 blah. This one also looks pretty good, but not as interesting as Lore in my opinion, because of all things Boeing and everything that's going on in that sector, and also very hot sector, very interesting sector. If they're selling parts to, you know, half the world's aircrafts making companies, then they might be something that people want to keep an eye on. So Lore interesting, MRX interesting. Let's actually see real quick how their office looks like. That looks pretty damn legit. Yeah, that looks like a legit office. All right, they might not be fake. These guys might not be fake. This looks like the heart of Business Street. Now, I'm not from UK, mate, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm not from London, England, so I can't guess. But this building looks proper, innit? This building looks proper. Propa. All right. The next stock and the last stock for tonight, RBRX. RB, RU, RB, RUBK. Okay, stop it. RBRK. Rubric. Did a little bit of a research on this company. Palo Alto. Okay, that's where I would expect them to be, where all the tech companies in the world are. In Palo Alto, it's a cybersecurity company. It's a tech company. It looks like that might be their office. Right across the bus stop and pretty open land. So they have claims to quite a bit of a land over here. It looks like a nice little office for themselves in Palo Alto. They do cybersecurity. We can quickly read over here. Built Rubric Security Cloud, or RSC, with zero trust design principles to secure data across enterprise cloud and software as a service, or SaaS applications. RSC delivers a cloud-native SaaS platform to detect, analyze, and remedize data security risks and unauthorized user activities. Our platform is architected to help organizations achieve cyber resilience, which encompasses cyber posture and cyber recovery. At the end of the day, cybersecurity, that's the only thing that matters. Not looking too hot though when I looked at their numbers, right? When I saw their numbers, income statement negative. Actually no, was it positive? Revenue of million and loss was this. Overall loss per share of negative 2.02. Balance sheet coming in at 279 million in cash and 287 million in debt. Cash flow was also negative. Margins were negative. What else did I remember seeing? No PE. That was pretty important. Shares outstanding, 175 million shares. So clearly a lot of dilution has been taking place on this stock as long as it's been alive, and 175 million shares outstanding. A lot of people could already be looking for that exit. They're probably in at like $2, $5, and if the stock is opening up at $28, $30, they might be looking to look for that exit. So watching how the stock trades, most of them should be on IPO lockup period. God damn it, Boston scored again. Most of them should be on IPO lockup period, but there should be some who are not. And if they want to hit that exit button, we should be ready for that. Overall, most people I think are looking for the long side on RBRK2. I'm not really deciding on either side. I'll let the stock open. I'll let it dictate to me what side it wants to move into, and then I could kind of join that party, see if we can find some trades for ourselves on any of these IPOs. Looks like a lot of fun tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot of stocks in play. Meta, Tesla, IBM, Boeing, Spotify, UAL, and 3 IPOs. If you can't find a trade in all of those, I don't know what the hell to say. Bombardier is in Quebec doing planes. That's right, Bombardier. They also make the TTC subway trains, which is the Toronto subway trains. I don't know if Montreal has a subway. Montreal probably has a subway, right? I've never been to Montreal, so I wouldn't know. But they probably make Montreal subways too, or probably all of Canada's subways, honestly. So Bombardier, yep, pretty big company. Pretty big Canadian company, a legendary boomer Canadian company. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, that's all she wrote for tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. We are done with everything stonk market. I have nothing else to talk about. I got you up to date on everything for the economic calendar. 8:30, very busy. I got you up to date on most of the stocks that might be fun to trade. So, I thought I hit the plus button over there. Got you ready for most of the stocks that might be important tomorrow, such as all the ones on my watch list. If you want to be subscribing to my watch list, you can do so by becoming a member on my Patreon. It just helps me buy a cup of coffee in the morning. So thank you for everyone who do support me on Patreon. You guys know at the end of the day, everything I do is free. I show you my watch list multiple times throughout the day, but if you want to subscribe to my watch list where you find levels and so on, you can do so by becoming a member on my Patreon. But it's chess time, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9/11. Weird time. It's 9/11, and it's time to get some dubs in chess. But before I do that, I want to say thank you to everybody who was heading out because I know a lot of you don't like to watch me chess. I see the view numbers dropping every time I pull up chess. I get it. You're here for the stocks. I get it, right? But I like doing other stuff other than stocks too, right? So I'm going to play a game of chess or two until I get a win. You guys know the rule. But for those of you heading out, thank you for sticking around. Hopefully you guys are ready for tomorrow. Come back tomorrow at 8 o'clock to talk about Alphabet, Google. Well, Google was Alphabet. Alphabet, Microsoft, and all their positions reporting. We'll be having a lot of fun on the final stream of this week tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I can't wait to see you guys then. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe and all that YouTube algorithm mumbo jumbo. It would help me out a lot if you do that. Thank you for all those who have done so already. And now, drum roll. Time for chess, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go directly into the chess screen and let's get rumble. No, not puzzle rush, puzzles. Black move. Okay. Okay, that was understandable. That one was understandable. White to move. What the hell do I do here? If I take his queen, he's just gonna take... F4 to F8? Are you on drugs? Gotcha, bitch. Alright. White to move. That one was an easy one. What? White to move. Aha! I'm a genius! I was wondering, I was like, there's gotta be a better move. It's not just go here and then die, right? That doesn't make sense. That makes no sense. Alright, white to move. Reading the board. Win. Aw, that's it? Aw. Alright, I guess it's time to win and show you guys how we have improved. Wait, what the hell? Not a computer. Online. Play. Queen's pawn. Oh, we're fighting against a 287. This isn't even fair anymore. But we better win because we're going to lose 9 if we lose instead of 8. What do I do? Oh my god, this happens every time, bro. I should just resign right now and just start fresh. I should just resign right now and start fresh. Holy shit, fuck this game. I lost to a 282. Okay. I like to play black better anyways. I hate playing white. White's annoying. All right. Cause I can defend, make my mind up a lot better, and so on. You know, I like this better. But should we just do this? Make him move that horsey. Go here so I can kill you, bro. Come on, please. Do me a favor and do that. Ah, boring. I want to trade. Not really. I guess we can make his horsey dance a little bit. Is this gonna happen again? Where I do this and he takes that? It's gonna happen again. Well, no, that's not mine, so it can't happen again. Now he loses either or. Sup, honey? Whoa. Hey, yo. What? Hey, yo, what did I miss? What the fuck did I miss? You two dating now? Dieter and Ani with that long distance relationship? I approve. I like it. I approve. Dieter and Ani sitting in a tree. F-U-C-K. Alright, what the hell am I doing? I think I can end the game very, very soon. Very, very soon. If he doesn't castle, I need to castle. And then if he doesn't castle, I can end the game here. I need him to not castle and not use any of his back line. Good. Do I waste this turn for that pawn, or do I move up my queen and castle so I can get the rook here, line it up, and then end the game? Because if I move this here, he just goes down one, and then he threatens my thing. But then maybe that's how I... Nah, fuck that. I move this here. End my turn. I castle next. Granted, he doesn't do something stupid that scares me. Don't do anything that scares me so I can castle. That way brings that, then the rook comes here, and then I go here, and then I end the game. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Okay. Fuck it. Let's do this for now. Oh, Lord, I fucked up. I was master planning, and then I just masturbated myself. Fuck out of my way, kid. I'm tired of your games. Oh, you rat fuck. That makes sense, right? Go here. That locks up that area. Move this here. I win. Oh, this motherfucking bitch. But if I go here now, he moves this. And then if I move this here, then he can just kill me. Fucking ratatouille. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Now he has to move this. So where do you go? And if you fuck this up, I get to go here. And the only thing you'll do is move that down probably to threat me. And then I am worried because if I go here, you do this. If I do that to check you, you're kind of done actually. I don't care if you do move that. Because you still check over here, right? So I need you to move this guy, right? Does that make sense? Because if I'm here, and if I then move this here and check him, he can't go here. He's done. Game over. And it doesn't matter even if he moved this the turn after I go to the horse over here. So I need him to move this right now. And if he doesn't move this, I just do that. Does that make sense? Come on, bro. Just let me win my 8 points. I'm going to be down 1 point on the day anyways. Come on, brother. But he's probably stream sniping me right now, bro. 10 minutes left in the third quarter, sorry, third period. Boston's up 2-1. Damn it. All right, his mind's frozen and he's gonna make me win on time. That's what's happening right now. Buddy's mind is frozen. Does he know it's his turn? Oh, he quit. Oh, he quit. He alt F4'd. Oh, he alt F4'd, chat. This is done. I'm done for the day. I win my game. He alt F4'd. Either way, I would have won anyways. Facts. Factual statements. Shut up, Dieter. Win's a win, alright? But you see me, I had a strategy over here. I had a full-out strategy on how to win this game. I wasn't here at this level of chess before. This is only a week in. See what level I am? Only a week in, bro? Come on. Although I need to get to that level where I need to recognize, you know, I'm giving away chess or my queen and whatnot. Because if I didn't give away my queen earlier, this game would have been done a lot earlier. But this guy recognizes that he's done for. Come on, let me win for fuck's sakes in the right way. Oh, this is so sad. So unclimactic, uneventful. What if I offer draw for him? Will he take it? I don't think I should keep you guys here for the next 2 minutes. This one's over. He's walked away from the game 100%. He 100% alt F4 from the game. Tell me I'm wrong. Was he a good sport? The first guy was. This guy was not. So I'm going to vote him no. Because he alt F4 without just resigning. Because he's such a little sourpuss. But ladies and gentlemen, perfect time to cue in the outro. Perfect time to cue in the outro. Shout out to Dieter. That is the man for sending me all of his music. Letting me play the music on stream. You're the man, Dieter. Thank you so much. He played a game of patience with you. I mean, look. I'm a day trader. I got all the time in the world to wait for my setup just so I can make money. Okay? Well, that's not true. But I would like to. This is nothing. This is nothing. Buddy thinks he can outweight me 5 minutes. I'll outweigh you 10 minutes. He thinks he's Magnus Carlsen. That's what he thinks he is right now. He thinks he's Magnus and I'm Hikaru. He can come in late to the competition and still win. Nah, son. Nah. Did you see that thing, by the way? Did you see they did this... Hello? They did this little... a lie detector test with Magnus Carlsen, and Magnus Carlsen came out and said in that test that he actually watches Hikaru play, but he watches Hikaru just so he could watch Hikaru lose. He roots against Hikaru. Magnus is such a little sourpuss. Leafs just scored another goal. Third period, 2-2. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta call it a day. I gotta get some food. Watch my boys Leafs over here. The game's tied into the 8 minutes left into the quarter. Into the period. And this game, 25 seconds away from victory. This game's almost done. I'm gonna win this one. This one's a check in my book. I get my win on the day. Sadly, we're still down 1 point on the day, but that doesn't matter. All we care is about getting that win, and we're about to get it. And so is Maple Leafs today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. But hey, The game is not over yet for the Maple Leafs. They need to actually win by scoring another goal in the next 8 minutes, or at least the overtime. So we'll see if that ends up playing out that way. Shout out to you guys for sticking around for all this time. You guys are the best. I love you guys. Not only do you guys stay for the stock market stuff, but also for the extracurricular activities that I love doing. I would love to spend more time not only playing chess, maybe playing other video games on stream, as long as you guys will be entertained by it. So I would love to do that. Maybe that's something in the future I could try, maybe on a secondary channel or something. My mind's thinking about it. So we'll do all that fun stuff somewhere down the road. But for tonight, that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you tomorrow for the final stream of the week at 8 o'clock, same time, same place. You know, all the jazz over there. Please help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, leave a comment in the video and the offline if you can, because that will help the YouTube algorithm. Wait, I might be engagement farming, so I might get banned for even saying all that. But help me out for that engagement. Did Boston just score again? Good night, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Have an even better trading day, and hopefully the Leafs win. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. They couldn't hold the first lead for more than 4 minutes, and they couldn't hold the second lead for more than 4 seconds. What a joke. What a joke, dude. Okay, I'm gonna go stress out about this game a lot more later on, but time to go get some food. Good night, guys. Ciao. Adios, adios, adios. Get destroyed. Moving around might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow, as you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.